Katagaya, I'm Alex Marathon. Welcome back. Not welcome back. Just welcome to week 1 of the ACL season 2. I, of course, am the coach for your Slovenia Slowbros. If you're excited for this match, which is post-commented, unfortunately, leave a like down below. As always, yeah, this is the team. We are going up against Saigai. Saigai, the man who came with the plan. Aka was ran. Oh my god damn. Yeah, you know, if you should know Saigai by now, he's a great battler. He's I would say one of the best battlers I know. I personally know. He knows what he's doing, and so yeah, tough matchup for us. This is his team. I'm not gonna really do a team analysis. I got here, you can see, I got Mega Gardevoir. Just his team doesn't really switch in well into it. Like Heatran is the best thing on his team. Everything else is either one shot or 2-hit KO'd by a Hyper Voice. So that's why just Hyper Voice, Hidden Power Ground. I have Psychic and Substitute, and yeah, that's pretty much it for my Gardevoir. Then I have a mixed defensive. Ooh, there goes my editing program. Mixed defensive, kind of mixed defensive Blastoise for his mainly for his Donphan and stuff like that. Yeah, then Gourgeist, especially defensive Gourgeist, Goodra, Assault Vest, Goodra. As you can see, I don't have a ground type, so I expected a Scarfish Zerkatu, which you guys will see that it was in the end. So I got especially defensive freaking my Gourgeist, Goodra, Assault Vest, and Rotom. I switched in Rotom. I wanted to go Skarmory over Rotom, but I switched it last second. I don't know why really, but in the end, I mean, because I wanted something to outspeed a Scarf Circuitry. Yeah, that's right. And I got just a Z Hyper Beam, Normalium Z, Porygon Z, with Nasty Plot and Dark Pulse, because Drifloon's the only thing that takes a hit. But yeah, I guess I can play this music. I lead off with. Actually expecting his circuitry, I lead off with Goodra, so that's nice. And I click Ice Beam, right? Ice Beam. I know that his circuitry is not gonna want to switch in, and I thought that he is gonna fear the Earthquake, because I had Earthquake and I didn't want to go for it. Okay, so I go Ice Beam. I click Ice Beam, predicting him to go into one of his flying types. If he went to Drifloon, that's a lot of damage. If he went into Altaria, that's dead straight away. So I click Ice Beam. He goes into his Heatran. Here, I actually predict him. I know that he can't really touch me, apart from Toxic. And I know that he is going to want to fear the Earthquake. Because if I predicted the flying type, that means, see, he's either going to double out again into a flying type, into his Altaria maybe, to get momentum, because that means he's a fairy type, then outspeeds me, knocks me out with return. Or, he's gonna go for either Toxic. He can't really touch me, that's the point. Or just set up Stealth Rocks. Even if he just sets up Stealth Rocks, that still gives me Earthquake for the next turn. And he actually reveals a Protect on this one. Spoiler. Yeah, so I go for Ice Beam. Here, now, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to stay in now. So I just throw off an Earthquake, and the animation is crazy, it goes wild. I'm like, what? And he throws off a Toxic. Okay, Toxic, Protect, annoying. Really, Saigai, motherfucker. So I switch out here into my Blastoise because I predict his Protect, and he's not gonna want to take his Scald, but it's no reason for me not to Scald, because what switches in? Okay, he protects for his, yeah, as I said, he knows what he's doing. He's a smart player. He protects, gets that turn of leftovers. He's gonna switch into his into his Drifloon, and I just Scald, throw off a Scald, no reason not to. Peter, hey Peter. I throw off a Toxic. I want to see what this Drifloon's gonna do. He actually reveals a Substitute. Okay, pops his Citrus Berry and Burden. Shadow Balls me, doesn't do too much. And I just roar him out because I did have Roar, in fact, in case of Tail Glow. And a bit of unfortunate, gets right into Circuitry. And now, shit, what do? I go into my Rotom Volt Switch because he doesn't really have much for my Rotom. Now here, he goes into Warhead, right? I had Hidden Power Ground, and if I went for it, there was a chance for me to knock that thing out. But I guess I predicted the Protect, and I thought that if he protects, I can then switch into Mind Games. Basically, it was Mind Games. But I just Volt Switch out, Magma Storm into my Blastoise. Take that because no problem. There's gonna be no problem. I need to Scald basically. He can protect because the Magma Storm. I'm trapped. I cannot switch. I cannot double. I Scald here. I wanted to Toxic. I wanted to Toxic really badly. But it wouldn't really help me because he switched straight into Circuitry. He sees that I don't have a ground type and he capitalizes on that very well. So that was, again, very well played by him. I get a crit, which mattered a little bit, not much, unfortunate, but yeah. He just goes for Volt Switch again, Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch. That's what he's gonna do to me. Here he goes into Heatran. I lock myself into Volt Switch. He goes into Dawnfan and uses that. So here he played me well. He played me very well. Although I did, if I went for the Hidden Power Ground, that would still be fine. Shell Rock again. He sets up Stealth Rocks, and I know that he's gonna want to switch into his probably to stop the spin. I predict him to switch into Drifloon, but no, he goes, motherfucker goes into the Circuitry again. But I throw off a Toxic. I didn't spin. I could have at least spun, Rapid Spun, to get rid of the hazards, but. Motherfucker. He got me good. So here I switch into another of my freaking Circuitry checks. I find out the Choice Scarf. Nice. That's super nice. Here I go into my Porygon actually. And here's a weird turn of events. I'm at 88, right? My Porygon had some HP investments. It had like, I think a 108 HP investments. So that's a thing. I can actually do that. Let's see. Calc. Showdown. So let's see. Porygon Z, right? I had, I think, 108 in HP because I was timid. And then I didn't need that much speed. So to a Circuitry. Scarf. Choice Scarf. No, wait. I mean, let me show this first. Right. So I have Dark Pulse. I click Dark Pulse here. I mean, I predict the Shadow Ball. And I click Dark Pulse. He goes into his Warhead. And here I predict. I know that he can't touch me. He's either gonna go for Toxic. I click Nasty Plot. Actually, I predicted his Protect. I was sure that he was gonna want to either Protect, scouting for my Z Focus Blast or Z move something, because Z Hyper Beam at that point knocked the Heatran out actually. So I should have just went for it. I mean, it was mind games again, and the Circuitry would have been gone. But yeah, he switches in again, and here I Nasty Plot up. That was before the switch, and now this situation is where it comes to. Because if we look at this, I had whatever move it killed the Circuitry. Tri Attack. I had Tri Attack and Hyper Beam both. And if we look at this, he was Choice Scarf Modest. Thunderbolt does that much. So after Rocks, after Stealth Rocks, let's see here. No, after this Stealth Rocks, 12.5 chance to KO. And, well, I mean, I know I guaranteed lived a Volt Switch too, which is why I stayed in. And bam! My Java just dropped dead. I mean, I guess it happens. I didn't have much for this. I knew that even if I stay in, I can. If he locks himself into Thunderbolt, that gives me Goodra. And I click Ice Beam here again. He switches into his Peter. Hey, Peter, and Peter just drops dead. Hey, Peter. Peter just drops dead. And yeah, he grows into his Altaria now. He has to Mega Evolve for Ice Beam. I could have Sludge Bomb, but no, I click Ice Beam. He Dragon Dances up. I know that if he Dragon Dances up, I can Revenge Kill it with freaking anything, my Rotom. But I get the freeze, ladies and gentlemen. So the Revenge hacks, or if you call it low roll hacks, I say call me A-Drive. Oh no, he freezes, but that's actually better for him. No, it's not better for him. It's awful for him. I do freeze him. And here he goes into this. I click Ice Beam, a lot of damage. And he play roughs and misses. And I'm like, bitch, what? And then I actually kind of misclick. It was... I was thinking, should I Sludge Bomb? I have Earthquake. This was a choke on my part. Because this would have been at least a double down. And while being a double down, I could have got back into my... freaking Flygon, No, not Flagon. Rotom, and Rotom would have been scarfed, and would have gotten the either the momentum switched out. Yeah, so this was the choke play. By the way, this was the choke play. The game was mine, but me not clicking Ice Beam on the Donphan cost me the game. Here a hidden power ground just to show it off, or just if he would want to volt switch out into Heatran, and hold up, hop. Whew, I stopped it. He switches in his Zangoose. Quick attack. This is still fine. Quick attack or yeah, quick attack is a thing. I thought maybe Swords Dance or whatever. Yeah. I mean, this happened. Zangoose gets Belly Drum now. Zangoose gets Belly Drum in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You can see my reaction like, oh, right. What do we do now? I mean, I don't do anything. Because, I swear, if I would have put Sucker Punch on my Rotom if I knew that Zangoose got Belly Drum. But at this point, it's over. I stay in. I mean, I should have switched out into Spoops again, and then maybe into the Blastoise. It's 25%. Is it Showdown? Is it really 25? You never know. But yeah, that's good game to Saigai. So I choked away the game with not ice beaming the Donphan. That was actually the choke play for me. And Saigai takes it. Got swept by a Belly Drum frigging Zangoose. I mean, what can you do? Shit happens to the best of us, I guess. I don't know. I need to know my shit, because a lot of moves are new, and I didn't finish my Ultra Sun yet, so that's the problem. And I need to know who got what Pokemon got what moves and stuff like that. So yeah, for the next week, I want revenge, because bitch, I ain't having the Zangoose sweep me again. But ACL works this way. I'm not playing Saigai ever again in playoffs, though. Maybe in playoffs, because it's 15 weeks, 15 matches. So that's cool. That's very cool. And of course, yeah. If you enjoyed, that's it. That was week 1 of the ACL. Be sure to leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. Question of the day: did you know that Zangoose got Belly Drum in in Ultra Sun? And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Check out Saigai, of course, link in the description. As always, he's been here. His link has been in the description a lot. And yeah, check him out. Go show him some love. Subscribe to him. And that's it for me. Thank you for watching. As always, share it with your friends, because that is always appreciated. And yeah, I'm out. Deuces.